Yes, admin, I didn't know that you were doing these things like this. I thought you'd say something about this, admin, and all those participating. The ITESO Cultural Union, Enos ITESO P10, is a... Why was ICU started? Institution, after we saw the suffering of our people in TESO, from 1985, 86, 87, well, you remember there were so many governments that came in from Tanzania, and very soon after that another one fell, and we saw about 4 leaders. At that time, when they were struggling to lead this country, there was no security throughout the country, maybe in other parts. But for us here in Teso, we had no security. This issue of us running into the camps, staying without food, begging in the streets in Soroti town and other towns in Mbale, Kampala, Jinja, many of our people were displaced as far as Kampala there. And some of them have settled now in some vacant land in the Oima. You have a lot of people there. Those were the questions, just critical questions. And also Papa Ilukor is the late. Can't you organize yourselves and see that you rescue, especially the young people who went to the bush? And indeed, what we did was that we formed a committee which was led by the late Papa Ubangor. And Papa Olupot was the head teacher of Soroti SS, was the secretary. I was the minute secretary. We started what we call the elders of Soroti district, purposely to go and meet out the leaders of the government, the state leaders, and find out if they can give us accommodation, if they can give us food, because there was no food in those towns. For us in Soroti, there was some ratio which was always brought by railway up to a railway station, connected to the town. So Obenhot took me to the RDC and said this gentleman should be able to help our people get food. And therefore they gave me a house, that one which I called Peace Lovers. I started getting food from the government and distributing to our people who were displaced in Soroti town. That time it was a town, not a city. We worked on this until one day we saw happening. They immediately called Grace Akelo to Kampala and asked her, what is your idea? She said, we want a committee. We want a committee now to go out and get these boys. They cannot do anything. They have failed. They are just incapacitating our people, coming to camp, leaving their food at home, leaving all their property at home. The camp life was very difficult for everybody to work. And we stepped out from district to district, trying now to get these boys out and come and join freedom if they want, or go to become soldiers. And most of them were taken as soldiers. Only very old people were left, but the young people were all taken to join the army of the state. What we did next was that we realized there was some peace in 1993 when the Pope visited Soroti. You know, the late Pope who died visited Uganda, and he visited Soroti also. The man brought peace to, and in 1994, we struggled now to get people to go to the council, the National Council, those who were going to make laws now, the new constitution. So we converged at Soroti Lukiko Hall. We wanted to elect our cultural leader and the government. But we were barred by the government, and we did not want to argue, because we always accepted that these people, when they tell you something, don't disturb, don't argue with them. You just accept and go with them. So fortunately in 1995, the new constitution came out, and therefore we had a chance to say, which is the current committee? Let's put these people to power. and Imodot was put in, and we formed the first government where I was a Kirigi, and other people joined in. We put a lot of people from Kampala, especially those in the university, but they didn't take interest, except Professor Polot, the late, and a few others, like Professor Luko. They got interested and they came in. Our first constitution, one of the things which were written in our documents of our first constitution were done by Professor Luko, including that song, the anthem. We had a lot of things, and we worked throughout with all hardships to ensure that we started the institution. And in that year, we established the first government. In that first government, we saw that we could not go for even 3 years, only 2 years. And what happens? Other people came in, especially the ministers then from Teso were there. They said, you people, you are not including the clan leaders here. It is only a radical few of you who are here who are leading this institution. Can you just stop and we go back and try now to start again to mobilize our people? We immediately accepted because we realized that we were people from the camp. The people who are now being liberalized here in the villages were not able to attend those meetings. So we said, okay, we are going to set up now a secretariat and we are going to mobilize so that we can do what we can to get everybody aboard. And that's the opinion of many people. In 1997, 98, we held the first largest meeting where we had to elect a new leader to lead us. We didn't know that there was already somebody who was being put there, and so the late Osman was put as the next Emormor, and was coronated in 2000. Why did we delay up to 2000? Because Imodot was the first Emormor, went to court and said, my 5 years are not over. I was put in 1995. You cannot remove me. Unfortunately, his court failed, but all the same, we wanted always to tolerate. And so we gave him these 5 years to elapse, and in 2000, we crowned the next Emormor. This is how it started. But you are asking a very prominent question, what for?